Yeah, so I'm interested in that, and kind of the reason I brought it up was like I might, depending on what the update is, if it adds new materials or anything like that, I may need to restart a new area. For now, I want to try to keep this thing going as long as possible. But in the future, we may we may make a new colony. I mean, if you've been around here for a while, you've seen me make new colonies over and over again. That part's not new to you. Prioritize these at a 6. Prioritize this at a 6. Let's get this thing cleaned up. Wait, don't prioritize that one yet. Okay, so we can deconstruct this potentially, but there might be something out there. So I'm gonna leave. I'm actually just gonna leave our lures up and running. And I am going to kind of go in search of some new ones. Although, let's see. We've got our plastic thing under control with our sensor. But at the same time, I was interested in generating some hydrogen to dump in there. It might be interesting to pump hydrogen in there, but I don't have a source of hydrogen. I'd have to make an electrolyzer or something like that for it specifically. Let's see, what did we find in here? Rummage. Rummage. This area didn't actually have any wheezewort in it. That's unfortunate. That's the main reason we went in there. And this is the far right extent of the map. So this, what you see over here is the edge. So we found the far left, we found the far right. We haven't got to the top or bottom. I don't even know if you can go to the bottom because of magma and whatnot. But I guess if we're looking for more wheezeworts, there could be potentially some over here. So how are we going to approach that? We could actually get our base to do it. Wait, this is dangerous over here. This is bursts of polluted oxygen. So what we want to do is make a tunnel across here. There's hydrogen in here too. We could pump some of that. I don't know. I want to clear out this way, get access to the cold biome that's over there. Hopefully we'll find some more wheezeworts. I really wish you could grow more wheezeworts and things like that you could actually farm those things. But it doesn't appear to be possible with the way the game is right now. That's okay, but you know, I wish it worked slightly differently. Okay, so we'll clear this up. Prioritize getting this thing built. And then we want to sweep. Just clear out this area. Can you sweep this area too, my friends? Somebody's going to get... Deutschface, you're going to get the slime lung again soon, it looks like. If we're not careful. And we're definitely not being careful right now. We're sending you in. There. Oh, we never made our apothecary. Let's get this thing at a priority in which it'll actually be constructed. Because what I was interested in here is if the apothecary could help get rid of slime lung faster. You can make pills with it, I'm pretty sure. So I assume it can be done faster. I'd kind of like to rebuild some things in here to put the med bed over here, but I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna leave it as is for now, even though it's, you know, not in the order I would have built it if I had to make it this big prior. So we're not gonna be able to get into this room once we seal it off without creating an airlock somewhere. Because this is gonna once we seal this off, Which I guess we can just kill this creature lure at some point. We'll kill the creature lure once we're ready to close it off completely. But once this is sealed off, we're gonna put some air vents in here, so that all this polluted oxygen can flood up into here, and then our puffs can start doing their job. Hopefully they're not dying or anything like that from not having enough stuff accessible to them. I think they're doing all right though. And this thermosensor I've rigged up to the polymer press is really helping us out here. It's letting the area cool down before it kicks in. I kind of wish it had wiggle room, like a range. Like I'd like to have it activate if below a certain threshold, but only... Like the instant it drops down there, we don't necessarily want it turning on. Maybe there's ways to do us with... there probably is with AND logic. So, like, if we actually get these logic gates going. So we've got AND gates, OR gates, XOR gates, exclusive OR, NOT gates, buffer gates, filter gates. So we could probably rig something up to where it's like only run if it's within this range of temperature. Shut off once you get above this. Turn back on once you get below this temperature. That would be ideal. Okay, so Deutschface is injured. We do have this prioritized at a 6. People are just... There's a bunch of priority 6. We put sweep tasks in that were priority 6. So... I'm trying to tidy up this area right now that we're working in. I don't know if it's really all that necessary. Can you even reach this? You might be able to hop through there. I'm not really sure. So, like, there's weird things. Like, they require 2 spaces in height to go through, but they can sometimes make their way through things like this. Because he'd be kind of like hopping into this space and then crawling into this space. I don't know the full logic of how they have it set up. Is the gist of it, really. So, yeah, once they get this stuff all swept up, we'll be in better condition. Our storage compactors aren't filled or anything like that, so they do have places they can go with it. How much plastic do we have? We don't have a lot. So one thing that you can do at some point is start replacing ground tiles with plastic. You can start replacing... so let's see. I think there's a plastic tile. It requires home luxuries research, but run speed is plus 50%. Decor is plus 5. Whereas our run speed with tiles is plus 25%. Same decor bonus, it looks like, unless it's got a better radius. Let's see, plastic tiles. No, this is so same decor, but it's 50% faster with plastic. Metal tiles are actually superior, apparently, but heat travels a lot faster through it. So... interesting. We could actually use heat tiles at some point. Or metal tiles. That's a little... probably excessive. Probably will never do that. If we did it, though, I might actually use, like, some... Let's turn this back on. I might actually use replace some of these with metal tiles to try to cool the water better. You guys are managing to clear this up pretty well. Deconstruct that. I'll get rid of a lot of these. We'll keep these ladders in place for now because we want to be able to replace the floor here. But beyond that, we're getting ready to seal this room off. Hopefully we can keep these puffs clear once we... Because we're going to need to get the aerial creature lure deconstructed, get the plastic out, and do all of that in a relatively short period of time. Hopefully where the puffs don't make it out of the area. Don't disinfect this place. Okay, we finished, I think, some research. We're working on... Yeah, we're getting towards advanced automation. So this thing just slowly works right now because we don't have a better solution for heat, temperature control, whatnot. I'll put the bottom layer of this at priority 6. So our food's okay for now. Oh yeah, can we get this on a grid? I'm really wasting time when I need this thing running. I probably never really need this thing running other than the food thing, so honestly, let's just deconstruct this little area. We'll need to put like a food generation thing somewhere, but I don't need it in the middle of all the other food. It was only put here originally just because it was open and next to food. That's the only reason why I put it there. I could actually just put some more planters in here for the time being to try to stop our emergencies from happening altogether. Heating is okay. What's the temperature over here? 76. 76 is not a bad temperature. Sweep orders are going through over here. We mop this. I'd like you guys to clean this up a little faster than you're doing. But I guess you got a long way to run. I mean, you basically have to run from the top left corner of the base to the bottom right corner of the base while carrying hundreds of kilograms of stuff. The fact that you guys are able to do this shows me that you are not human in any manner. You guys are actually just monsters. We're going to put low priority sweeps in here just because I want this to be cleaned up as well. But I don't care about it relative to other tasks going on. Water's being pumped away there. We have yet to find a geyser. Is this a... There might actually be a geyser right here. This is an interesting thing right here. So, let's see. Can we create a little gap in here in which we can run through? Because I think there might be a water geyser here, because look at how hot this water is. 120 degrees. It's much hotter than everything else. And there's also a noise here. Oh, steam geyser. Yeah, here it is. So we've actually found a something very important to us for the longevity of our base. And we really want... So we can create a trickle-down thing here. We've got a pump already. We could eventually change this pump to, instead of dealing with polluted water, just deal with clean water. There's a bunch of polluted water right here. Hold on. How do we want to deal with this? Let's let this polluted water go down and out here. If we let the water all flow down here, it might kind of cool on its own somewhat. It's not super hot right here, but if we get some wheezeworts in there, we can help the process. I don't know how hot the oxygen is up here. It's not too bad. I'm super hyped that we actually found a steam geyser. I kind of thought that they just didn't exist in this map seed that we got going. But apparently that's not the case. They actually are there, so that's good news. But we need more wheezeworts. Hopefully there's some wheezeworts over here. Because I think I'm just going to try to do like a trickle down thing where I send the water through there. And hopefully it cools a little bit along the way. Via wheezeworts. But it's, actually, you know, I mean, 120 degrees or whatever. It's a little hot, but it's not outrageously so. At least, I don't consider it to be outrageously hot. I might just be wrong. That might just obliterate you. But we only really use the water for plumbing and everything like that, so... I don't know. I'm interested in this. Hey, they finished the sweeps up in here, so let's prioritize cleaning this up now. A bunch of this, oh, we never pierced into this pocket. Is this becoming a lot less dense because we've created an open area here, or is polluted oxygen in our base? I think the oxygen in our base is fine. This is not super dense. I mean, it is relatively dense polluted oxygen in this area. We still need to puncture this, which I messed up and closed this off. So let's reopen that so we can send polluted oxygen in here eventually. Can we maybe prioritize this at a 7 instead? I want to finish this room off. I would like you guys to focus on finishing our little puffed room. Triadana has to go to bed. Well, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. And I hope to see you again on Saturday when our next stream is. Okay, so let's also priority sweep here at a 7. You guys take care of this. Honestly, I guess we could have closed it and then done we could have opened this up and done a sweep order from there. Maybe that's how we'll do this. We can deconstruct this and deconstruct that. You can probably reach that for... There you go. I just want it deconstructed. And I want this all cleaned up. I want this to be a well-laid area. Alright. So I am just going to tell them to close this up. I'm going to use this ladder probably to get out. If they get caught in here. I want this sealed up because I want to be able to get rid of the aerial lure. Food shortage. We did manage to build the things that I wanted. Can we build these ones too? And then let's copy these settings. Priority, are those... Yeah, okay, it did copy the priority, that's good. Prioritize that at a 6. And here, actually, let's just cancel that and deconstruct this. Oh, wait! Cancel. Don't deconstruct that yet. Because once we deconstruct that, all this polluted oxygen starts blasting away. We need this to be sealed off. My dudes. My puffed dudes. Alright. I prioritized that at a 6. Let's prioritize it at a 7 just to get it done. Did we ever finish making our apothecary? We did. Improves immune system strength. Takes coal and balm lily flower. Produces medicines to cure most basic... I want to make this, but I need this hatch to not be here. We can capture this hatch. Potentially. But we need a location with which to do that. Okay, so we've sealed this away now, so now we can deconstruct that tile. Deconstruct both of these. Dig that out, I mean. And then priority 7 sweep of this. I'll prioritize that at a 7. Sweep order, priority. Once you guys get in there. Alright, get this stuff out of here. I guess you know what we could do is deconstruct this and just have a mechanized airlock here. And we need airflow tiles for my boys. The airlock is, I guess it's unnecessary for it to be an airlock. We could, since all we need it for is passage. Let's prioritize this at a 7. And we don't need these ladders anymore. I thought we were going to need them, but I'm just going to let them go up into that room. Alright, so we've built a little airflow thing. They'll get all the polluted oxygen they can desire, or they desire. This carbon dioxide should fall past the polluted oxygen. Now we can break this to let some more in. Alright, that's that frees the problem we had before where I was like, why did I seal this up? Why did I seal it up? Okay. Okay. Slime. We don't want these things containing those anymore. We want these to just be... They can be regular. So dump all the slime and everything out of there. You're now regular setup. I think that's fine. Okay, back to the water source. Did we... Let's see if we can make... We can prioritize this. Because we've got that room set up to where puffs are now going to be just generating slime. Slime emits polluted oxygen. So they're using the polluted oxygen to make slime. We'll take the slime, turn it into algae and whatever at a priority. Make sure we got these things always operational. Our farm got a little bigger, but it was still complaining about a food shortage. We should hook up a food dealie, some sort of food setup, because we got ourselves in a situation in which we removed our ability to make food on demand. So if anything happens to the farm, we definitely need to be prepared for that. Where would we put it is that's a question. Is there a hydrogen geyser or anything like that? There's a chlorine geyser that we could make use of if we wanted to store stuff. I want like a hydrogen geyser. I don't even know. Let's see. Poop poop. I mean, you guys are doing your job in here. This is exactly what I wanted. It took a while to construct it, but now that it's made, that's good. What else can we be setting up here? There's a bunch of stuff over here. I guess we could look at having more people in our group. But the food situation is still such that I don't necessarily want to touch it. I don't really want to reduce our food setup. Can we sweep some of these things, please? Priority. I don't like polluted dirt. We prioritize these things at a 6 as well. Just if you have nasty stuff, bring it over here. And now that we're making more algae, should we be pumping out more oxygen to try to fill this area up with oxygen? Like, obviously, polluted oxygen is a problem. Should we be adding pumps somewhere to send polluted oxygen into here? These are the questions that I need to answer. Okay, so there is a Wheezewort here. We needed a Wheezewort for the water source that we found up here. This pump has gone dry, but we can probably make use of this